me.
Oh,
Let
We
me-
live.
We are live.
yes.
Don't judge me. I have to turn my phone on silent.
That's okay. Hey, everybody. How are
Hello.
y'all?
Hello,
Hold on.
bosses.
I ain't got to read yet. Let me get cute. Hey, y'all.
Hey. Wait a minute. I am loving that glass you got.
Oh, this whole thing? You
Yeah.
know,
Mm,
I
that's
make shit.
fancy.
Hold on, let me go right here.
Okay.
Miss Dahlia, yes.
Oh,
I feel like y'all
Yes.
don't know who I am, but you
Yeah.
should.
Oh, that's fancy.
that is
Yes.
fancy. Is
Oh
that glitter?
my.
Mm, it's glitter, it's fabric, it's extra, it's diamonds, it's just shiny, it's just everything.
Rubies, pearls, all that shit.
Man,
Right.
if I had an
Okay.
extra dude, I would put him on the side of the glass too, like just in case.
You and your okay, that would be nice.
And then, and then there's
Like,
that. Then there's that.
Oh my goodness. I don't know why that tickled me so much, but it did.
I feel like Van of Black, just like look at this.
Yes. Yes.
All the way to the stem. It's just yes.
Yes. So
What we got going on tonight, ladies?
yeah. Yeah.
All
I think we
right.
got somebody else coming in to like
Oh,
hang with the bosses.
so would you like to introduce this
Oh,
gentleman?
oh, oh,
Oh,
let me just get ready. Let me just.
oh, okay. Well, we're gonna slide out.
Yes.
Let you get ready.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't think they were literally gonna slide out. That's some bullshit, right? Well, anyhow, welcome to Boss Brains Brainstorm. I am Miss Dahlia 22. I'm gonna be your host today. Don't judge me if you don't know me. If you know me, you already know it's gonna be a hot mess tonight. But tonight we have a feature that I'm proud to know personally. One of my favorite people in the world, um, Ricky Taylor, aka Slikk Da Hitman. He's a spoken word poet that writes and performs both free verse and narrative poems that specializes in the following three subject matters. Okay, it's three. You can count. One, social political content. Two, romantic content. And three, other darker subject matters. I'm thinking like 50 Shades of Grey meets HBO meets BET Uncut. That's just my thought. I don't know. Y'all gonna see because he's gonna come up and he's gonna be amazing. So without further ado, Boss Brains presents Ricky Taylor, Slikk Da Hitman. Oh, yep, yep, and it never fails. How you doing this evening, sir?
I'm great. Let's go to work.
Oh, do I need to put my heels and get on the corner? No.
Not for this one.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna slide out. I'm gonna let you bless the mic. Go ahead.
Go hard or go home. As long as she knows I ain't going home hard, we can get along. Get your Gatorade, baby. In order to properly climax from this dictation, you'll need proper hydration. Chill, dick, be patient. Got an oral fixation. Taking you on oral vacation. My tongue switches the cadence and hitting the gauges. Telling my dick, get back and be patient. I want to taste it. 6 inches down from your navel, I'm in the basement. Tonight, honey, I'm going to be a busy bee as I open up your sweet flower. Come and pollinate my bed with your nectar, queen. Temptations and temperatures rising, queen. Your body turning. I'm slipping and sliding it. Squeeze. I feel the pussy muscles tighten. Keep trying all your submissive moves because I like it, and it's going to take a lot more than to make me tap out, baby. I'm the referee and the people's champ. I talk smack and lead a smack down. Smacking that ass down, asking, what's my name? I don't come for quick exhibitions. It's a last man standing match. And believe me when I tell you, Raw, even Undertaker don't want that smoke. I'm a CEO, curve erected officer. The public called me Dick McMahon, and one chance is all you're going to get. Don't waste my time. Relax your mind, baby. I got all night. If you know anything about Hitman, he's known for one thing, execution. In peace.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did not waste any time. You jumped right into that.
Yeah,
Yes.
like it was just like a this, like
About all the heat.
Oh, I was like, oh, okay. I thought we was gonna start slow, but no. But
Absolutely
There
no.
not.
was no foreplay whatsoever.
None.
mm,
None.
I mean, he did talk about the navel and then being in the basement. I guess that was it. Okay.
I guess that
I'm
was
gonna
a
get to these
form of
messages.
foreplay. Uh,
I'm just gonna get back to these
no.
messages.
Yes.
It's gonna be right here.
Okay, you can go ahead and
Woo!
read them if you're ready.
Some of them were just kind of like introductory stuff, so we can get into the discussion.
Mhm.
Okay.
That was more me just kind of deferring to the screen because
Okay.
Okay.
we
Okay.
we was about to get into that conversation and we 20 minutes
Oh.
in. So
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
that's it.
Too
Yep.
soon. Too
look,
soon.
can we get into this conversation like that poem put us in a condom? Like, can we just talk about that? Like the fact that we all just been plucked into the middle of a condom waiting. I
I
just
don't.
Ooh,
I didn't
okay,
think I
poet.
was
I see you.
I didn't think so.
So, what was your inspiration behind that poem?
My my inspiration for that particular poem was another poet, goes by the name the elusive RAV.
Ah!
oh, hold on, give me my whole damn family. Hold on,
You need some pounds. You need
let me get this.
Okay. Well, all right.
Well, wait a minute now. Let's delve a little deeper into that. So, what about this elusive would elicit such a response as that? What is it about
Well, you
that
see,
trick? What she do?
I was on Facebook one day scrolling, and
Right.
I came across this live video that said Boss Brains featuring the elusive RAV, and I tuned in, and I liked what I was hearing. You know, me being a creator, you know, I am always fascinated and infatuated with other creators. And I said to myself, you know, I don't know, something she said hit a chord, and I was like, I'm gonna just start writing. And the next thing you know, boom.
Oh, just a
Okay.
whole piece, just like that.
You never know.
Okay.
Wow.
Praise the Lord for
I'm gonna have to
inspiration.
look her up. She sounds like a motherfucker.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
She sounds like she need to be a part of this collective if she ain't
Right.
already.
Right.
I feel like I need a fan.
I
hot
need
over
3.
here.
I need
I'm
3
good. I got the fireplace. I need extra heat.
because I was not ready
Oh.
for that. I was not. Thought I was ready for a lot, but I'm
So,
drinking.
so that was a brand new poem that you just read.
Yeah, I just wrote that.
No shit.
Okay. Just checking. Okay.
Oh, so I know we have more in store.
Yes.
Would you like to bless us again at this time? I just feel like
Were there
I
any
don't know.
comments first before were there any comments on the first piece or people saying hey or who's watching or?
Yes.
Raven recap.
Ray,
Oh,
sorry, Raymond got distracted. Ray Monet and both Kimberly Britton said hello, so they are watching. So thank you for tuning in. And at first, and Ray Monet said she thought she heard an echo in the beginning, but it's gone. So we should be all set now.
Okay.
And
Thanks for the lookout. Shoot.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Good.
Okay, so are we ready for some more passion and words that may
Some
lead to
more.
other things after hours?
right.
Some more of that
I'm
slick.
ready.
Slick.
I don't know if I'm ready. I might need to put So go ahead.
Those metaphors were hidden. That's all I'm saying. I'm just
Hitting the G spot, the A spot, all. Oh, now let me show
they
you.
don't call him Hitman for nothing. Okay,
They
I'm done now.
literally do not, because that all hit.
Right.
All right now.
Okay, well we're gonna slide out
Yep,
so you can
we gonna
slide
slide
in.
out.
Yes.
All right. She said the bulge in my pants makes her think sexy thoughts. Your mind will be real erotic once I massage the roof of your mouth with the head of my dick, drops of pre-cum sliding down the back of your throat like post-nasal drip and splashing into your pool of seductive juices. Sending motivational shockwaves through your sexy body, hard enough to make your pussy tingle, sensation strong enough to make your pussy juices condensate down your thigh. Your thigh is rushed with goosebumps as it trembles in excitement. The goosebumps shaped like mountains as that same drop of juice maneuvers around them like a snowboarding champion. Finally coming to the rest in the back of your knee. I move downward to lap up my tongue against the back of your thigh, following the sexy trail you left behind, until finally I taste the source of the path and it soothes my craving for you. Subconsciously taking back what I gave you in the beginning of this poem, we trade energies. In peace. I thought I'd go light this time. I'm sorry, though. Ladies, you can come on back.
Yes.
Look, I don't know if I wanted to come back. Like that pre-con was just like, oh, you really ain't gonna, you ain't gonna do it. Oh, I'm about to take it. That's why I felt. I mean,
he left me at the post nasal drip.
Right. That's what my best friend.
I was like, oh, he right.
That ain't never been sexy until you said that shit.
Oh.
That ain't never been sexy till you said that.
Goodness.
That ain't never been sexy.
That ain't ever.
Yeah, so
I'm never gonna get over it.
Look, that's my new come online all summer. Yo, you got that post-nasal drip.
That part.
I'll meet you in the bedroom.
So one thing I try to always do, you know, whenever I create anything, especially poetry, is I want to give you a visual. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I look for specific metaphors, similes, wordplay, hyperbole that will provide, you know, that image in your head without you even realizing what happened.
I'm sorry. Woo.
I just want to thank you for using those words.
I'm using all the vocabulary.
All of them. Yep. I love how you said that was light work, though.
Right. Like if I was wearing thongs, they would be wet now.
Like I didn't hear that. He said, "No, that was light." You know.
Because a lot of times I get into this habit, right? Where I'll start writing, and then the poem will be like 5-6 minutes long, and I don't know. I try to aim for the 3-minute mark when I write, but it all depends on, you know, where energy takes me. Sometimes I get to write and then it's done when it's done.
So I need to know, how did this poem birth itself? I need to know the origin of this.
Let's see. According to my notes, I wrote this about a week and a half ago.
You better go on the vault. He said, "Let me go on this vault. Give you this timestamp."
You know, I was just thinking to myself, and I was thinking about the concept because I titled the poem "Trading Energies," and I was thinking about the concept of energy exchange, power exchange, and how, you know, in an intimate setting, we begin with something simple such as, you know, a touch or a kiss, you know, which leads to other things. But from the beginning to the end, it's a constant exchange of energy, even DNA, if you want to get that technical with it.
Yeah.
So it's funny. So in the poem, you know, I describe how the woman is infatuated with my endowment, let's say.
Yeah.
And other things occur. So, you know, energy and fluids, let's say, get exchanged to another channel of distribution.
Look, you ain't even gotta be so politically correct because I'm hosting, so all words, verbs, adjectives go.
Wow.
And I want you to speak a little more about the energy exchange. What do you mean by that? Because a lot of people don't understand what that means or what it entails or how it's develops because yeah, I'll stop at that and just stop there.
I mean, everybody, has their own interpretation of it. I mean, for me, it's hard to explain. It's almost like a secret ingredient. You don't know what it's called, but you know it when you taste it. And it's a wonderful feeling if you are comfortable enough. And we're going to keep it in the sexual realm. If you're comfortable enough in your sexuality and confident enough in who you are and what you're doing, don't like, and if you meet someone who is, and you can exchange energies and play different roles, like it's just a beautiful transfusion.
Right. And also it doesn't happen every time you have sex. It happens with certain people, not just sex. And that's what people don't understand.
It's a special occurrence.
Yes.
Well, to the comments. Kimberly said they need to add a snap emoji. She also made fun of me and this fan because this fan has been going. She also said that, well, if that was light, then baby, what else you got?
Right.
Ray Monet said his opening lines are motherfucker.
Right. Yes.
I thought Ray Monet said something else too. I'm sorry, Ray, if I missed something. But yes, so folks that are watching and they listening. So you keep talking that shit because it's being well received.
Whoa.
All right now.
You keep hard in these poems like the Red Sea.
Come on.
I have a question.
Oh yeah. Best friend question.
Yeah, I do. Can you tell us if there are some stark differences between Ricky Taylor and Slikk Da Hitman? And also, have you written any poetry that kind of tells the story of them separately or together?
Yes, indeed. It's funny because anyone who knows me and knows my work knows that I have an affinity for masks. And it's ironic that in this time where, masks are a priority and prevalent, and I'm just looking at the news like, I was the man behind the mask long before COVID-19. And so
True.
I've never liked the idea of being put into a box or being a one-trick pony. One of my favorite music artists growing up, even now, is and was Ludacris. Because Ludacris can make music about anything, but he's still Ludacris. And so what I did in order to evade these stipulations and these like titles was I created sort of alter egos of myself that specialized and pinpointed in certain areas of poetry that I love to write about. And so I think the difference between the man, Ricky Taylor, and Slikk Da Hitman is, Slikk Da Hitman he takes a more radical approach to situations. Not as much Martin. A little more Malcolm.
And much more.
And that's the easiest way that I can really describe it. As far as literature goes, yes, I have a book live on Amazon right now. It's called "The Man, the Mask, the Myth."
Yeah.
If you search up, Ricky Taylor, The Man, the Mask, the Myth, you can get it on Amazon right now for just $9.99.
That's practically
$9.99. That's practically
for just $9.99. I took it a step further when I edited and released the ebook for my Amazon Kindle users. It's available on Amazon Kindle for $4.99.
$4.99.
$4.99. You can't beat it. And so I'm in the process of working on an audiobook. A friend of mine, he wants to buy the book, and then he said to me, "You should do an audiobook." I'm working on it, and he was like, "Yo, I would love that because I know how you perform, and so like the inflections of your voice and everything." And so the audiobook is coming, and for those of you who have already purchased the book, you can definitely expect some new content when it comes to the audiobook. I can't give it all away, but it's gonna be spicy.
Okay.
Well,
I have a question that segments off of my best friend's question.
Uh-huh.
So when you write from those different niches or personalities, do you find it hard to channel your true intentions because you're divided in amongst your other um, personas?
Not always. Um, it's the process. It usually goes one of two ways. Either there is sort of a big fight where they're like, okay, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. You know, I'm driving with three badass kids in the back seat, and so it's normally like that. Or the other way is I find a prompt, or I'm prompted or motivated by something, and it's like, who's the best one to tackle this particular motivation? You know, my name itself, Hitman. You know, I pride myself on execution and accuracy, persistence. You know, so I love, like, I take great pride in a challenge and coming up with a creative way to tackle it. You know, and so I just look into the arsenal and say, okay, which one of you are the best assassins to complete the contract? And then we go to work.
Yes. Okay.
And I just wanted to shameless plug. We do like to bless our features when they come on. So please feel free to donate to $Boss Brains on Cash App. We would greatly appreciate it so we can keep bringing on these wonderful features for y'all.
And giving love offerings.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So yes, hit us on Cash App. After this, during this, while we're doing this, all that. And Ricky, can we get another non-semi-wet poem? Like,
I got some
I want some hard, triple X type, maybe some BDSM type thing, like slide into the kink life. I mean.
Oh, I can't do that piece. Let me scroll.
Okay. After the chat.
We do that in the private chat. Go over to
after hours, the fans only.
Yes.
Not the fans only.
Yes, go over to the fans only. And don't think there ain't one out there.
It is. Fans if you follow all of us, you should know.
I don't.
Fans only is killing out here.
That's what Beyonce said. Go to fans only.
Right. I know this is off topic, but I want to go on record as saying that when she said, if you don't jump to put on jeans, like, you don't know my pain. Like, I've been doing this for years before you said that. Like, why am I now getting the damn accolades after you done said it? I've been doing that for years. Okay, but sorry.
It's okay.
When Beyonce said that, I was ready to cash out $1 to every chick I know who understood that, because I have seen the wiggle.
Right.
In my
that's what you like, though.
You're damn right. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the next piece.
No. Let's explore that. Let's explore that, Slikk.
After the break, I want him to slide in, and then we can when we slide out. We're gonna talk,
and then we'll talk about his affinity for the thickness. But continue. Okay. Bye.
We'll be back.
Okay, this ain't gonna be long. It'll be long, but it ain't gonna be long. She wants to be my peace, but I just want her to be my peace, and then it's peace. I'm not looking for love in dark corners. I just love the dark corners on your body. I do not want to be saved. I know I'm a sad case, but tonight, the only box I'm interested in opening is yours. Close your eyes and mine and just flow with me. If you want to be my peace, that's fine. You've got until sunrise to enjoy my soul, but at dawn, it's the end of the solstice, and I'm all out of soul, sis. I can't get deep with you. I can only go deep into you until I knock on the door of the womb, and even then, I just need the rush of sensation to answer the door and let me borrow some sugar. I'm not that guy, but I am that guy. Call me a jerk, call me selfish, call me whatever you like. Just call me honest. And call me tonight. In peace.
What's your phone number? I didn't get that. Did you drop the digits? Did you?
Boss Brains road trip.
Because I got my phone right here and I did not hear a number. Like I didn't. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm
speechless, and that's hard for me to do because my mouth is always open. So I'm gonna let these other ladies comment because I can't say shit.
Go ahead, Nikita. You look like you about to say something. I'll say something when you finish.
Well, I just want to know, which one of your personas writes this type of poem?
Oh, well, see, he he goes by the name Snack Zaddy.
Snack.
With a Z.
Ooh.
Snack.
Oh. Noted.
Okay.
He emerged that he been around, but he really blossomed and butterflied in about, see what I did there? In about 2016.
Okay. And what I liked about it is that it was the part about you not needing to be saved and this person not being your peace and being able to tell them you are not my peace, but you're going to be a peace until the soul man to the solstice and the man.
Right.
I was good. And a lot of people don't say that, and that this is what we're going to do, but you're not the one to be my peace. Like I know that, but you can be here till the sunrise. Like that's dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pure placebo.
I wrote
right.
Ooh, what one of these poems has the word placebo? If I haven't said it.
Oh, I can't crawl on the screen. My bad.
No, you can't.
This particular poem was inspired by a lot of the memes and stuff I would see on Facebook, and it was like "Be her peace" or "Just be my peace."
Oh yeah.
And so I wanted to exercise the different definitions for the word peace. That's what I did with the poem. PEACE, PIECE.
Some homonyms, yes.
Yeah, and you worked it, and I like the solstice and the solstice like that.
Damn, what did I say in the poem? You only here to the end of the solstice, and I'm all out of solstice.
Yes. I think that was my favorite part right there.
Because don't get me wrong, you have a lot of men out there, right, who have this thing where they want a woman to come in their life and to save them. But you have another group of men out there who prey on these women.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm a grown man. Either we're gonna be honest and keep it all the way tall, or we ain't gonna talk. You know what I mean? We too old to play games.
Right.
It's so I wrote the poem from a perspective like, okay, I'm telling you up front how I feel and what I want. This is my mood. Don't get it misconstrued. I don't mean to be rhyming. This is purely accident. I promise you. But if I feel like if more men had it in them to just be honest and just say what they really wanted and what their expectations was, then a lot of women wouldn't be so defensive when engaging them.
Right.
And if she's not interested, then that's her decision to make.
Mm-hmm.
But she needs to be educated on that decision. Just be honest. Like and vice versa. I don't got time for games.
You need to teach your brothers.
Right. And they brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And their children and their sperm.
Right. So the comments. Excuse me, everybody. If you have been commenting, please continue to comment. But for some reason, my phone has been acting crazy like it did last week, so I have to keep refreshing. So if you see me keep looking down, that's why. So I want to make sure I get all these comments. But Ray Monet, she said when we asked you what personality that was, she said that was Slikk. And then she said, then Ray Monet said, it's a realistic conversation that needs to be held in many relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And things would be so much better if we be real with each other like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then there's a lot of cosigns for like when you're reading. So they kind of don't make sense outside the moment. But when we was in the moment, they was like, right, agreed, literally. So you got the cosigns.
Yeah, I do see where Kimberly commented as well. She says, very true. Let's be honest about what we want, need, and feel.
That part.
Thank you.
You know what I like about that comment? There are a lot of, and I'm gonna get some backlash for this, but I don't give a fuck. There are a lot of men, right, who will hide their true intentions out of fear that if they were exposed, they won't get what they want from a woman.
You might get even more. Why you
look? And you might be surprised at my answer.
And there are a lot of women who do the same thing, but when they do it to this particular man, he says to himself, "I can't believe you. How could you do such a thing?"
Right.
Yeah. And for me, for those men, I say, don't take away my choice, because you're taking away my choice as to what I would want with you. Who said I wanted a relationship with you?
Right.
Who said you were relationship material?
Right.
How about I might want the same thing you want, and if you'd have just said it,
we would have been done with the whole conversation and each other.
Right.
I'm just
fellas, I'm gonna tell y'all this, and the ladies can tell me if I'm wrong or right. There are women out there that just want a little bit of something from you. All right?
Listen,
feel all of that.
Just knock the dust off and keep it moving.
And the key words, keep it moving.
Look. Okay, so look.
You could have got to the yams. You wanted to play games. Now you assed out.
Because now I done talked to you and found out that you stupid, and so I don't even want nothing from you at this point in life.
No.
Right. Look, I just need people to be transparent with not only themselves, but anybody that they interact with. If you can't be transparent, then we don't have no conversation. Now, as I slide into my whole side,
to piggyback, she boxes up. Okay.
As I slide into my whole side, there's rules of engagement. Like if this is just a booty call, there will be no cuddling, no kissing in the mouth, no sleeping past 6 a.m. Like, there are rules and regulations to this shit, and you have to adhere to that shit. And if you don't know, when I do all this damn shit, you should know what box you in. Don't ask me later.
You know what? I'm making a note to myself right now for a poem that says, "You got till 5:55 a.m." You write that down.
That part.
Kimberly also said that part. and she also said women do too, but in a really totally different way. And it was about a comment we had made earlier. So I'm sorry I just saw that, Kimberly.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like if everybody was honest with everybody, it'd be less bullshit.
But people ain't honest with themselves. So what I need is, before we even sit and have this conversation, I need you to understand what you want, how you want it, so that you can communicate it clearly. And I'm not just talking to others, I'm talking to myself. Everybody. Figure that out before you even come to the conversation. See how I did it?
Yep.
I said come to the conversation.
So. Yeah, I heard it.
I did.
Or be at the conversation and think you're gonna come.
Right. You can't have a conversation if you can't form letters, words, phrases.
Yes, but know what you want. My favorite conversation with a woman comes from a woman who turned me down. And this was, I forget how long ago it was,
Turns you down like a bed, or turns you down like
oh, okay, that's the whole poem right there. That's a stanza.
Ooh, write that. But
I'm
basically,
gonna write that one. No, I got it.
you do that. You do you, boo.
I'm kidding.
But basically, I shot my shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like she was like, listen, like we know each other, you good people, you active in the community. I love your poetry, you're a great father. However, I want to build my own family. I want to have kids, and I'm not interested in being a stepmom. I have a daughter. And like I was stuck in between admiring the honesty and saying, well, you said family. I don't,
I didn't say all that. Right.
but I respected the fact that she knows what she wants and she won't settle for anything other than that. And I said to her, I might like you even more now because
That's normally how it goes, though.
but I like if more people, I'm not gonna say men, I'm not gonna say women. If more people had it in them to just be honest like that, you wouldn't have so many unhappy relationships.
You're right.
That's a whole different podcast. I ain't even about to go there.
Oh,
No, we talk about everything here. We talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Right.
But I think that circles back to them not knowing themselves.
Right.
You can know yourself physically, and like if you don't know yourself spiritually, emotionally, or what you want and what you expect out of life, then there's no way you're gonna have some kind of sustainable relationship with anybody else you choose.
Right.
Yeah.
And some people don't even know themselves physically to know themselves intimately and mentally, because it all goes together. So if you don't know yourself in one of those parts, the rest of it falls apart. You think you might know, but in essence, you're not whole, so you don't know. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No. That's exactly what I was about to say. But then I remembered I'm more here with the professionals who do this with degrees and shit. And so don't let me stop you. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's about you though. So you go ahead and say it.
Right.
Damn, I done lost my train of thought. I was
Oh.
because I was going to say exactly that, but in a different way.
Okay.
I remember. So, a lot of people don't take the time to get to know themselves. And this is how because, and again, I'm on with the professionals. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of people continue on with age, but are frozen at a certain age with trauma, where adversity hit them. And you can be 38 years old, but maturity-wise, you're 18. And you haven't taken the time to get to know yourself. And the problem is you couldn't grow yourself because in order to grow yourself, you have to know yourself.
Hey.
And sometimes
how I feel it.
And sometimes to get to that growth, you got to go back and work through that trauma that got you stuck where you are. And as long as you're stuck, you're stuck. And so nothing is going to work out until you unstick yourself, which sometimes you can't do by yourself. But I digress. Come on, Ricky, you be
literally wrote about it.
I feel like a collection plate. No.
Oh, the collection plate is
$,
Boss Brains.
Oh yeah,
Boss Brains.
Cash out.
The collection plate, because we do have a plate going around. Amen.
Yes. But yeah, it's exactly what you said. They get stuck right where, like you meet people and you could tell what age they got stuck at.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes 2, 10, 12, birth.
16.
Yeah.
She said birth.
It is. It's the truth though. Before birth, like.
You know what's funny? Like I know Nikita, so I can hear it coming. You know how you know somebody, so you can hear them saying shit you never said. And so I can hear her saying, "You 40 years old, and you still 6 months old." Like, I can just hear her saying that shit.
Ooh, you already know.
Look, in case anybody has a question, we are all friends and family up on these posts and all these features we know.
Yes.
So it ain't like we're just like picking them out of cotton fields and shit. Like this is family, just in case y'all won't know.
Yes.
I was saying to myself before we went live, I said, okay, I'm going live with my fam. So we got to make sure that we actually give them work instead of an hour and change of us chopping it up.
But sometimes
We
that's the
do
best
that.
part though, because we do chop it up. So
Right.
Yeah,
that's part of getting to know you, because we want people to know you, not only know your poems
yeah.
and
Right.
your poetry. We want
gonna
them to
do that
know.
anyway.
Yes, we want them to know the man.
That's
All
right.
the layers of the
Right.
Yes.
All
Which
the
is why this is called brainstorm, because there's a lot of elements making up into a brainstorm and a storm. So we're gonna get you all faceted so people can see and talk to you and
okay.
know that these are people.
Well,
New to our audience is Mr. Mojave. He's checking in. He said, "Yo,"
Woo!
and Michelle Henderson is thanking us for this discourse. She said, "This live is everything right now." So we appreciate those comments.
Thank you. We try.
Thank you.
Yes.
So we are on the right track. We
That's
Yes.
keep
right.
tracking out.
But the next track is the slip and slide for Ricky's next poem.
Let's go.
Oh,
Slip
do we
into
need to?
it.
Oh, okay. Well, let's
I tell you what.
get ready to
Let's
slide
slide.
out then. What
I
we
To
tell
the
you
doing?
what.
left, to the left.
Before everybody slide.
Okay.
This is the Queen's platform. I'm going to leave the power with you. I'm going to do one of 3 poems.
Ooh.
I can do a poem that Nikita asked about when she said we want to know more about Slick.
Oh,
I can do a poem that was inspired by Nikita herself.
That
Or,
one.
or I can do a poem that was inspired by Miss Dahlia 22.
We're gonna get all
Ooh.
3. All
We
3.
can get
Go
all
for it.
3.
Run that train. Run it.
I'll be quiet
oh, we
between
gonna get it out.
two.
We're gonna run all of them, all 3.
Oh, okay.
Which
We
y'all
gonna
want to do?
slide. Oh,
In that order.
oh, yeah.
In
The
that order.
answer
We're
is
gonna
yes.
wait. And once you do them all 3, we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk.
Which order? Which way
The
y'all want?
order
The
you
way that
just
you
said.
laid it out.
The Slick,
Yeah.
the Nikita, and the Damone.
And a dollar.
Oh damn, she pulled my government out. Mama,
Oh, I'm
don't
She
judge
really
me.
did. She really did. She really did.
So,
Miss
so
Dahlia
you,
22.
Thank
And
you.
Mojave said he's about to take this drink.
are you saying for us to slide?
I gotta do this. Okay. For those of you who might have just joined us, viewer discretion is advised.
Hey,
If anybody's on this chat that ain't 21 and up, I'm sorry.
you gonna grow up today? Slide.
Right.
She said you gonna grow up today.
We were born naked and we're gonna die naked. You better get naked.
You know how
We slide.
You ready?
Slide.
You
Let
gonna
your
hit 'em
slide
back to
out this
back.
mug.
Prophylaxis. Goodbye.
All right, all 3 back to back. I'm queuing them up.
Okay.
All right.
Oh shit, he queuing them up. That's just I need to shut my mouth.
Right. Let us know when you're ready.
Mojave said, "Leave the room if you got your kids around you."
Well shit, leave the room if you're trying to make some kids. Shit, we ain't trying to be no
and to
child support.
piggyback right off of that, he said, "Or prepare to swallow, son."
Look, you know my motto.
I'm not reading your comments no more, Mojave.
Look.
Stop.
Real women spit and real
really
niggas ejaculate. I'm sorry.
Right. Well, there's that.
Y'all shouldn't let me host because I ain't right.
Okay, well, we gotta slide. We gonna slide.
All right, you ready?
Michelle said she had to put her son out twice.
All right, let's go. We've unloaded the words, I feel you. Firing blanks in the name of love and calling it compassion when really it's all a placebo. A pill harder to swallow than the truth. You don't feel me. You don't even feel you. You want to feel me so you can avoid your problems. Move into my mental apartment rent free because you behind on your own mortgage. Nah, you can't stay here. We've unloaded the words, I got you. You don't got me. You don't even got you. Couldn't catch a cold in the airport during this crisis. You just want to be in my business because misery loves company and you a little lonely. I'm here to tell you and misery that my mama said we can't handle company. It's a quarantine. What you got is worse and worser than germs. It's negativity. We reloaded hate. sliding rounds of pain into that magazine like pages inside guns and ammo. This issue is government. Government issued firearm with an issue with the government. Police with their militarized approach playing target practice with my neighbors until the hammer jumps back. How come when you stand your ground, we gotta lay on ours? What do I know? Just a poet. Playing Russian roulette with a fully loaded 357 Magnum. Wondering what position the world gonna put me in when it fucks me. Uncle Sam a pedophile, y'all. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Especially when they say, I feel you. I get you. Or in their words, we understand the needs of the American public. That's piece number one. They asked me to go straight through these. I'm going to go straight through these for y'all. Please load up in the comments. Leave all of the comments. We're going to get to all of that. I promise you. So this next piece is inspired by Miss Nikita J. And she'll explain when she comes back on. It's called The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face. Again, your discretion is advised. The first time ever I saw your face, I just wanted to lay down. Lay down so you can ride my lips, fuck my tongue, and squirt on my face so that I may use it as war paint. Tonight, you getting fucked. I'm gonna fuck you the way Trump is fucking us all. Slow, hard, rough, and nasty. I'ma fuck you longer than that ride through the middle passage in the way that I'ma beat the pussy down. Show enough, you gonna know who's the master. You see, I know what you need. You need me to tear them black lace panties off and spank you for having them in my way in the first place. Get down. Show daddy how much you missed me. Suck this dick like it's about to melt. Suck this dick like it's the juice at the end of the freeze pop. Now, relax your throat. As I place one hand on top of your head, one under your chin, and raise one leg up so that I can return the favor and fuck your pretty face until the saliva and tears have done away with the makeup. Bend over as I slide the head and I pause. Let her feel the pulse of my loins as it yearns for her love. I bust up in that motherfucker like SEAL Team 6. I told you what it was. Don't ask me how I grabbed your head, smacked your ass, and still held on to your hips with both hands at the same time. Take this dick. Take this dick like I take attitude from you for no reason. Are you about to? Good. Let me let this hair grow so I can grab you by your motherfucking neck. Deep stroke this pussy and whisper, come on this dick. Come on this dick. Till your knees buckle and you can't take any more of the aftershock. Fuck them neighbors. Scream my name. Both legs on my shoulders. Sweat dripping, ball slapping your ass, and you don't know what my dick is hitting. You just know that it hurts good. You don't want to come yet, and I don't want to come yet. I want you to ride me. Reverse cowgirl and bounce on me while I thrust up at you. Ride me like you finally tall enough for all the rides at Six Flags. Ride me until somebody in them damn Fast and Furious movies stop for gas. Ride me until we both come. Baby, it's a race. Ride me like you wanted to. First time ever you saw my face. So that's two of them. Let me take y'all to number 3. Make sure I got it loaded up for y'all. So that last one was inspired by Miss Nikita J. This one here is Dahlia 22. Come here. That was the gesture the manicured finger made to me under the moonlit beach. 13-inch footprints washed away by the tide as I made my way to the woman. 5 feet 2 inches of sexy laid in the shallow waters as she called to me. She whispered in my ear, have you ever made love to a mermaid at the stroke of 12? I'm no Aquarius, The 12 strokes in, and the only sign that I knew was wet. The feel of her skin against my skin with nothing between us but sand, water, and sweat. Slowly, thrusting, pushing, moaning. Waves of pleasure crashed onto me as I crashed into her. And the harder I pushed, the harder the waves crashed against us. It was magic. My tongue boogie boarding against her shoreline as she rolled her tide into my mouth. I was determined to scuba dive into her ocean until I found the sea floor. There was no lifeguard on duty. I was determined to fulfill my duty of drown trying. Alas, she rumbled. I licked and licked until finally I found the geyser. I sucked on it, swallowed the waters, and rode the blast all the way to the surface. As I rose, she met my lips with more lips, licked my lips from side to side, and slipped the softest tongue I had ever felt against the roof of my own mouth. Mesmerized, I closed my eyes as we interlocked fingers and taste buds. I wouldn't have felt the ground beneath me if not for the water. I pulled away, opened my eyes, but she was gone. And I was alone on the beach, left alone with the smell of her perfume, the taste of her seashell, and a memory that would never wash away. In pieces.
Okay. I have so much to say.
As we get these giggles out.
Let's unpack.
Yes.
I'm just going to throw random comments out and then y'all can go in depth because, my square ADD ain't going to allow me to do that. But, war paint was from your first piece. Like you said, war paint, like, okay. And what my dick is hitting, like, and ride me, that was from Nikita. And the softest tongue I ever felt, done. Like,
yes, and I want to say this, Raven. You asked the question about these people making comments. I think those are trolls. So I think we're doing something, y'all. We got some trolls. When you get trolls,
right,
you're doing something right.
I see them.
So,
well, I always have to ask, because we all know folks, and they come in and out.
No, it's two of them because they're playing off of each other.
Right,
Yeah,
but I had to ask because sometimes we know people and they're coming in and they're bringing their inside jokes with us onto the comments. So I'm like, before I don't read these people and be rude, does anybody know these folks?
No.
No? Okay.
No. So don't say their names. No, we not.
Nope.
No.
Okay. Well, Mojave said dirty, nasty, and there was one before that, and I can't see it because it won't be those. But Nikita told you to go in. What you did. Kimberly also said to go in. Kimberly quoted, "I just want to sit on it," and said that was classic J.
right. It was.
She also then just clapped. And then Kimberly said, "F them neighbors!" Exclamation point, exclamation point. And then she said, "Damn it." And then she said, "Right, we official now because we got trolls." And there we are.
Yes.
I had to filter out some stuff. So
yes. Okay. Check messages. I'm about to send y'all a quick message. But yeah. Well, Slikk, Ricky. Yes.
All
Slick.
all the above.
All of the above.
So the first piece that you did, it went on to what I was going to ask you before we left, was about your political stance and your social stuff that you're doing. So you kind of hit on a little bit of that in the poem. So I was like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. So so talk a little bit more about that, and then I'll ask you some more questions about the other stuff.
Yeah,
No, I had a question.
Oh, go ahead. Well, that was my question. Can I get my question answered?
I'm looking at my phone now, trying to look for the phone that I just did. Unload it. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Question. So, you done wrote a poem about everybody up here except for Butterfly. Is that coming?
Oh shit.
I think that's already there. I think he put that in reserve for the chat.
It's I'm
I
saving
feel
it
like
because
I told you.
Like virginity?
no, not like that.
Okay.
My thing is, Miss Dahlia 22, that particular poem I've let you hear before.
Yep.
And Nikita's poem she heard down in up in Albany.
I heard
Right.
that. I was there. She
Yep.
did hers, and then he did his, and they matched. It was amazing. Oh, I'm
Look,
sorry. Go ahead.
can we speak on Albany? Like, what were you doing in Albany that you wrote these poems? I just want to throw that out there real quick.
I was in Albany doing my due diligence as a poet. And
For what kind of show?
oh, that was my erotic family. Shout out to ES fam. Shout out to Mojave. Shout out to the whole gang, the whole family, all my cousins and them. You know, we spread out all throughout the United States and different parts. Shout out to Barbados. Shout out to my man Rob Gibson. I ain't forget you, brother. You know what I'm saying? My erotic family, my erotic poetry family, I love y'all. You know, so we do regional meetups twice, maybe 3 times a year. We're supposed to do one this year down in North Carolina, but COVID-19 came through hating on a player.
We're closed. We were closed. Yeah.
No, we still are. We still are.
I corrected myself. I said we still closed.
Yep.
You know, I'm going to find my way down there anyway.
We still closed. See, that's why we can't have nice things.
I was going to say after y'all was done, I got my
okay, I'm sorry. I get real ignorant about that. People just crazy. See,
I'm going to be down there after all this is done.
Right, with your mask.
With my mask.
With your mask. So then you can get unmasked. So then you can get unmasked.
That was
right.
But this first poem, I had a prompt in my phone for a long time talking about I feel you. We get a lot of people that say, I get it. I feel you. I understand. And they don't. And in the midst of this crisis, there are a lot of political figures saying, I get it. I feel you. I understand. But in all actuality, you don't. You couldn't. You know what I'm saying? You've never had to sell weed and coke to buy your mama tuna fish and bread. Don't talk to me about what you do and don't understand when you come from 2 generations of privilege.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We have people, and that's on the upper echelon of the political spectrum. But we also have people who come from different walks of life who say, you know, I feel you, I understand, you know, when you're venting. And it's like, I know you want to, but you don't. Because if your mother never chose drugs over you, you can sympathize all you want, but you know, it's hard for you to actually feel me. And you have some people who compassionately try, and then you have some people who just want to belong. And they say, oh, I get it. No, you don't. And in a lot of those cases, like I said in the poem, you don't even feel you. Like, how you gonna feel me and you don't even feel you? Don't use me as an escape for your own problems.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's pretty much, you know, where I was going with the first poem. And that's why in the third stanza, I said, we've reloaded the word hate. So that was the first one. I know I got questions about the other 2.
I just want to make a comment that you reloaded the word hate. It's like one of my fucking favorite lines. Like that shit. Like I feel like I should write to that, but I don't even know if I can do it justice. Like that's just.
Oh, you can. You can. You can because, number 1, you're a black woman in America. Number 2, you're a black mom in America. You are the most counted out, yet statistically the most educated person in America. So you can.
I know, but I don't know if I can do it justice. But okay, continue. Go on to your next statements. Yes.
Oh, so the poem after that was inspired by Nikita, Y'all know her legendary poem, First Time Ever I Saw Your Face.
And if you don't know, scroll back to Nikita's feature.
Hold on, because
I did not do that poem on my
She did not do it on the feature.
But you done it. You know, I know me. I'm sorry. I know all my girls' poems by heart. So, but she's done it so many times that there's been videos circulating about, you know, the first time. I mean, maybe, you know, if we get enough comments and likes in the description, she'll do it again.
Or $ Boss Brains.
Right. We get enough.
Band make her dance.
Right. I'm sorry.
When I first heard that poem, I'm gonna tell you something. He did that, and it was an honor. So I really enjoyed that. And I was like, man, they mesh. It's like a conversation. If you hear both of them, it's like a conversation.
Yes, yes.
That's some good work, Mr. Taylor. Good work. Good work.
My piece is only as good as the muse. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because you know, like I was saying before, you know, I am inspired and infatuated with, you know, creative people. And you know, I love a good challenge. And your piece is so good. It's so great. The first time I heard that piece was April 2017. So it took me some time to get to a place where I could really like, you know what I mean? Like where I can really do it justice.
Mm-hmm.
You had to slow walk that thing, huh?
I had to take my time.
Yes, you did.
I had to make love to the concept. I couldn't dick it and stick it. You dig what I'm saying?
Ooh, no, you had to take your time with that thing. You did a fine job, I must say.
Trying to watch.
You hosting, you can't watch.
Oh.
And wait a minute, did I miss what you said about my poem? Where was it? Where did you say it was?
That poem is in the archives. But let me tell you, it's it's simmering.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's
cast iron skillet.
I got the spoon over the pot so it don't boil over.
Yes.
The wooden one. You know what I'm talking
about.
Yeah. If you ain't from the country, you don't know nothing about this.
Right.
Before I give the world that poem, I have to deliver it to her herself.
Oh, okay.
I feel like, you know, just as me, and I'm random, people don't listen to me, but I feel like it's like a actual show when the world opens up back off of Do Not Disturb, like a whole interconnecting pieces of poems and shit.
It will. Because of two things. Number one, I'm going down to DC in August for Poet Ray Monet Presents. You got a few things.
Yes. Ray Monet, yes, we love her. She featured not too long ago.
I know, and that's my dog. Like I love her. You know, Ray is the reason that I'm a published author now because she coached me and walked me through the process. When me and Ray had a conversation, and I was like, "Yo, it's a hard time to be a performer." And Ray was like, "No, it's not." And I was like, "What you mean? The economy shut down?" And Ray was like, "Do you know how many times we as poets wish we had more time to work on our craft?
Right.
We got nothing but time."
Right.
And I was
well, some people got nothing but time. But yeah,
I'm with you, Butterfly. I'm co-signing.
Because I've been working harder from home than I ever did outside.
That part.
Her point is still valid.
Woo, Lord have mercy.
So yeah, that was that was the second one, and the third one inspired by the one and only her with the cup right there.
Yes, Miss Dahlia 22.
Thank you.
I want to call you Demona Lisa. I can't help it.
Well, you can call me Demona Lisa.
Right.
Okay.
So as with everything, it includes a story. And so I went to shout out to BPC Black Poetry Cafe.
Right. Oh my goodness.
I went to Poetry Fest in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, summer of 2017.
Damn, it's been that long?
17 or 18. I think it was 17.
I think so too.
I went down there. I paid for my room. Dolo, my roommates, they backed out. So I got this basically apartment to myself. 2 beds, a kitchen, all kinds of stuff. Right? And I don't know.
That shit was nice.
And I don't know nobody down here. So, you know, my peoples up in North Carolina was like, listen, we'll come down. And I'm like, come on, like I'm by myself. Like I need some people. And they was like, well, you know, we gotta give you something for the room. And I'm like, damn, all of that, we family. Just slide. You know what I'm saying? And so they slid through, they brought some food, they brought some drinks, you know what I'm saying? And one thing about Damone and Nikita was they every day that they were there, they would go down to the beach because these was beachfront hotel rooms. I was on the 17th floor. I had a balcony.
Mm-hmm.
I could see I could sleep out on the balcony and fall asleep to the waves, literally.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best kind of room.
They would go out to the beach and get their little towel. You know how y'all do. And listen to the waves and write poetry.
Mm-hmm.
And I was inspired not only by the poetry that they came up with, not only by the prompts that they asked me, but by the actions and the diligence itself. And that's what inspired me to write a poem called The Mermaid.
Okay.
So in that last poem, when I talk about being on the beach and, you know, meeting the mermaid, and I give you that vivid description of storytelling, like we talked about almost an hour ago, why should I want to give you visuals? I'm talking about footprints in the sand and seashells and salt water. You know, this is where that inspiration came from.
Yeah, I know. That's the truth. We became more family. Like, it was just like, you can come in my house, open my refrigerator. I ain't gonna say shit. Like, you know.
As long as you wash your hands, though, you gotta wash your hands.
Right. They get shoes off at my door.
And that too.
Right.
And very quickly, I also want to just give a shout out to our poetry community. Those of us who really do treat it like a family. Not, you know what I mean? There are definitely folks that come in, do whatever, and not necessarily are thinking about the family component of it. But it's very real. Like when we're talking about, you know, us doing things as a community, there's a lot of us in this game who really feel that way. And I really respect that. And I really am thankful for the folks that I have met that have been able to extend that to me, especially considering that I've had experiences in this community with folks who might not be about community. So thank you for countering those other experiences. And he's not just saying that. Like, we're not just saying that. This is anybody who's in these comments. Ray, you know this, you know, and Chambers now watching with us. They know that this really is a community, and when we say that and we say family, we mean that, and we're not just saying that. So just want to co-sign it.
So true, Raven.
Oh, you said what?
I said, oh, I'm sorry, my best friend, but so true, Raven. Like, if we ever call you family, that's just exactly what it is. Like, you gonna watch my damn kids, so I can go to this damn store, like, for real. We don't throw the term out family, you know, willy-nilly, like, you know.
We don't.
Democratic Republic. We don't do that. Like, if I say you my family and you know where I live, like, you know what I mean? Niggas don't know where I live. Like, I'm just sorry.
So I just want to shout out, I started a watch party, just getting back over there. Vernon says, knock the dust off and keep it moving. He was talking about the comment I made a while back. So he says,
hey,
hi, lady. And Janelle said, yes, talk that shit. And of course, you know, it's been a lot of shit talking. So yeah.
She said it, of course, there's been a lot talking.
Yeah.
So of course we way past our time as usual.
Right.
So Slick, or I'm gonna call you Slick Ricky.
Anybody that's gonna comment. afterwards.
Tell us where we can find you for merchandise, for contact, for gigs, for
All the above.
everything you got. We want it right now.
All right. My name on Twitter and Instagram is Slikk Da Hitman. It's just like you see scrolling down the bottom right there.
Hey.
Out the spaces.
Look how we did that.
Right.
So, hit me up. Talk to me. I talk back. My book is live on Amazon right now. The Man, the Master, the Myth. Look up Ricky Taylor, The Man, the Master, Myth. I'm working on an audio book. I'll have the audio book ready by the time the kids go back to school. It's like that. You know
Okay.
Oh Lord, but when they going back, Jesus.
But
Okay.
that's not.
Ooh,
2047.
The book,
Right.
I had a whole hot flash about that. My God.
Lord,
Right.
before they go back. But before Labor Day, the book will be done.
Okay.
Okay. Labor Day. Okay, good. So before I kill myself.
We need a concrete date.
I am scheduled to make an appearance down in DC in August. If this quarantine ends and the states open back up, shout out to the poet Ray Monet. I'll be down there. I'm sharing the stage with the legendary Jamal St. John.
What? Y'all make sure y'all drop that off in our list, so we're gonna be there.
I can't wait for that. You know what I mean? Until then, I'll be doing as many online shows as I can. If you want to hear some poetry, if you like poetry, if you know somebody and you know somebody who like poetry, hit me up. Find me some kind of way. I got you. Because the only way that we're gonna build and grow is together.
Right.
Yes.
Very good.
So I know you spoke about your poetry and literary adventures, but can you just drop a little nugget about your community service and your activism? Because we just want to show them the well-roundedness of the man. Thank you.
Absolutely. So I'm pretty young. I'm only 28. They call me a baby. Yes, Raven. I'm 28.
I didn't say nothing. Baby say something.
But I've been active in my community for about the last 5 or 6 years now. My personal mission is to uplift and inspire and motivate these kids to see that there's more to life than what's going on outside their window. Especially because I used to be one. So I represent an organization called the Making a Change Group. Since the beginning of the quarantine, which was about 8 weeks ago, we've been live on Facebook and Instagram simultaneously every day, 5 days a week for the last 8 weeks. We've delivered meals to families, to over 150 to 200 families. We've partnered with several restaurants. We've done online workshops with students. And so, I'm always doing the work, it's a challenge, honestly, to keep, not to keep the poetry and the community work separate, but to have particular barriers,
Right.
As I'm sure you as professionals understand.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And so, I used to be those kids. I was out here acting foolish when I never had plans to live past the age 18. And when I made it past the age 18, I told myself I would never live past 21. And once I made it past 21, I figured, oh shit, I'm still here. What am I going to do? And so a lot of our kids don't have plans for life because they don't have high expectations of life.
Right.
So I just want to, I just want to motivate them and show them that it's more ways to go about business. You can do more to make money. You know what I'm saying? I took all my pain, all my depression, all my anxiety, all my abandonment issues, all my cutting myself. I took all of that and I made a book. And this book is live on Amazon right now for $9.99. Amazon cuts me a royalty check every 60 days.
Right.
Take your pain and turn it into something else. You are bigger than what you've been through. And that's what it's all about.
Yes.
That's a whole testimony in itself.
Yes, and that's a great way to close out. Damone, you have your closing remarks, Miss Hostess.
Yes, continue to mind your business, grow your edges, and avoid dick pics unless they're solicited by those features on Boss Brains. And I like to thank Ricky Taylor for like blessing us with the mic, giving us all you have to offer, like pre-cum, after cum, and during cum. And
Man,
yeah, this part don't let me talk, y'all. But I'm
that
gonna go
comes
ahead
through.
and I'm gonna throw it to the bosses. Go ahead.
No, we just want to say thank you. And if anybody's out there watching, if you enjoyed the show, if you didn't enjoy the show, it doesn't matter. Send us a cash app, $
Right.
Boss Brains, because that's who we are. Yeah, contact us. Let us know.
All
All
right.
right, ladies
I'm good.
and gentlemen. We love y'all. Good night.
Yes,
We
love
love
y'all
you.
too.
Thank you, ladies. I appreciate y'all.
All right.
Anytime. We look
Bye.
forward to seeing you in August.
All right.
Yes.